Hello, beautiful
Practice
beings.
makes.
I'm here with Eltrayan, the holistic therapist, author, and public speaker. And I will ask her, what is your superpower?
My superpower is reconnecting people back to their soul and to their source, basically reconnecting them to spirit, so that from there they can upgrade themselves, find solutions to their problems if they have any, or find the next best version of themselves. In case their life is already beautiful, they can upgrade to the next level.
That's beautiful. How exactly are you doing that? What is in your toolbox?
Yes, I do a therapy and coaching that is called soul healing. And we have like an hour together where we start with a meditation or an exercise of cleansing and harmonizing our energy field. And then we discuss the problem or the situation that they want to upgrade or resolve. And intuitively, I get messages or visions from their other lifetimes or visions from this lifetime. I get sensations in my body. I get intuitive words and questions. And with those tools, we get to the core of the problem, the cause, you may call it, and we deprogram it from there. We shift the energy, we shift the program that has created it in the subconscious, and we shift the actual actions in life that people do that recreate that pattern in their lives. So by doing new programs, new emotions, and new actions, you start a new life.
Wow, that's so deep. What's the best thing ever happened? The most powerful healing that you've witnessed?
Well, there's so many. I've seen people in very short time, like weeks or months, quitting smoking, quitting drugs, quitting meat, quitting all bad habits, shifting from simple workers into very advanced healers and intuitive practitioners, shifting from day-to-day common life with lots of obstacles and lots of disease into clarity, focus, self-healing, and healing abilities for others, shifting into their life mission, shifting into their best version of themselves or careers, getting their marriages back or healing their relationships in case there was nothing to get back to, and shifting their entire perspective on life and how it functions, basically.
Beautiful. But what
Like one
something
of my
extraordinary, like an actual case that you can remember?
Well, somebody came to one of my workshops, not even healing session. It was a workshop with several participants. And in that session, he stated the intention to upgrade himself. He was a massage therapist. After the workshop, he quit sugar, smoking, meat, and other, bad habits that involved smoking. And he became intuitive therapist. So now he's doing online sessions, Teva healing. He healed some illnesses some imbalances in his body, and he has upgraded his practice to a very advanced next level. In one workshop, it was not a constant, interaction or several healing sessions programs or coaching program, anything like that. With a coaching program of at least 7 meetings, it's a lot of a higher upgrade.
Wow. So if you want to find your superpower, the healer inside you, and you just want to get your life back on track when you feel lost, definitely Eltrayan will help your spiritual journey to unveil to you. Thank you so much. Now let's go a little bit deeper. How did you start all this? It always starts with the pain. Was it your case as well? Was it something that
No.
happened in your life
My
that
case
pushed you
was
to this path?
memories. No, it was memories from previous lifetimes where I'd done this. And as a child, I was always interested in energy, and I was telling people we are energy. So I've started meditating. I've started becoming vegetarian. I was doing meditation in a crystal every night as an adolescent. That was my initial, path in this life. And I was interested in everything paranormal, which is things that are beyond our sight, but they are normal because this is how what life works. And after that, I had 10 years of corporate work where there was a little pain, there was a little imbalance, there was a little, me being lost. But I had already the foundation. So at 27, I started meditating again. I started regulating my diet, quitting all the bad stuff that cluttered my body, detoxing and doing healing practices. So I went all over the world to learn from specialists that are highly advanced, trained in energy work, subconscious work, metrics weaving, changing the energy field of people and so on. And I've learned how to coach people to do that as well. In the beginning, I did it for myself to balance myself and out of my curiosity, my thirst of knowledge. But then people started asking for help, and finally I did it for others too. So for 15 years now, I'm doing this practice.
What were the three most important mentors in your life?
Yes, my most important mentor is my divine self, which has guided me since I was born. And yes, and that's always our first important mentor. And let's not forget that that's my work to get you back there. But other two mentors were Jasmine, who is a person who is nourished by prana since without the need of taking physical food, and also very advanced energy practitioner. She has been in the state for 30 years.
Victor Truviano, or is somebody else?
Jasmine, that's her name. And another teacher and the person whom I've collaborated with for a long time is Mantak Chia, a Taoist master.
The real Mantak Chia.
Say again?
Everybody knows him, the Mantak Chia.
The Mantak Chia is one of my first teachers, now collaborators, that I've learned the art of energy practice, the art of moving the chi, right? And the Tao Tantra practices that I've been doing for the last 10, 15 years. So these are my core, mom and dad in spiritual work, so to speak. But so many others I could name.
How many years are you practicing now full time as a therapist?
I think since 2011, I got my first degree, my first diploma as an official therapist. So it might be now 13 years, maybe, if you calculate, 13, 14 years, something like that.
You were mentioning that you are based in a very, very beautiful place out of pollution and EMF and all in the middle of the mountains, in a highly energetic point in Romania, right?
Yes, part of my job is working with sacred sites or places that are high energy vortexes, where your body is healing and rebalancing and re-energizing naturally. So I'm trained to discover those sites, to clear them if necessary, but also help people tune into them and harmonize with them so that they get upgraded.
Beautiful.
So we've been doing trips every year. We've been doing trips every year, bringing people from all over the world in Romania, in India, and also Thailand to help them discover those places.
That's really magical. I can't wait to actually gather people from here, from Dubai, from the Middle East to come and show. Because being away for such a long time, you lose the connection. And recently, I found out that the new energetical portals, most powerful ones, are not anymore in Tibet, they are in Romania. So the energetical plates, they closed in those parts, and in our part, they open up. And why do you think Romania is called Romania? It's in the middle of all the other countries, which are all Slavic. It's because the Romans, they had very powerful spirit guides. So when they started conquering, they stopped in our land because they felt the portals are going to open there. And that's why they stayed and they called it Rome. Yeah. And that's why it's so powerful. So now I
No,
back. Yes.
Yeah, well, the origin of the name is not coming from Rome, and I highly doubt that they actually conquered this place, because if you go to Rome, you see statues of Dacians who were our ancestors placed in their very important places, and they don't look like people who were conquered. They look like people who were honored. So please look at Rome's places, and you will find statues of our ancestors, the Dacians, the one with the heads and the sheep coats, that they are placed there in the center of their cities, and they don't look like a people that they were looking down at. They look like people they were learning from.
So all the
And that's also
yeah, they were not real.
the history.
Now we get to the
The
point.
history is a little twisted. If you go to Turkey as well, there's a pyramid there and a sacred site where you find sculptures and heads of Dacian people. So apparently our ancestors have been everywhere. And I've just republished a book that has been published initially in 2094. Sorry. It's with messages from intergalactic beings, the Intergalactic Federation, that explains why Romania and this area is very, very important for the evolution of this planet, and how it is supported by light beings. It is supported for thousands of years. It has been the birthplace of ancient civilizations for thousands of years, and it's actually way before Rome, way before, some of the pre-Sumerian writings. Yeah, some of the pre-Sumerian writings are found here. Sumerian is considered to be the most ancient culture on the planet, where actually in Romania we have history that predates that. So people should know that, just for, a history check.
It makes me so proud.
And that's what I'm working with.
It makes me so proud of my
Yeah, I'm happy about it too, Well, come back and check it out. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. This book, Life on Gaia, it's Viața pe Gea in Romanian. It's very important to remind us of our ancestry and our power.
So beautiful.
That's why we republished it now.
Get back to my roots, because what I've been told lately from most of the coaches that I'm collaborating with, that you flew up very high, you are so connected to the quantum, you manifest a lot, but because the heart coherence is not there, the roots, they are not strong enough. So the heart coherence doesn't happen. So you manifest, but you don't know how to ground them.
Grounded.
It makes sense.
Grounded.
To come back to Romania and root myself again.
Yes, it's a beautiful place to come back to, and to relearn energy practices and so on. And we've had amazing practices here. So for example, the dark room that we were talking about before, where you go in a cave or a dark space without light and you meditate just to upgrade your consciousness. I was telling you I did this for 10 days. We had this practice in Romania 500 years before Christ.
Wow.
There was Zalmoxis and the Zalmoxian school that was teaching people about, working with nature, working with energy, working with sacred sites, not drinking, not eating meat, not cluttering your body, using your sexual energy wisely. And the highest initiation was going into a dark cave with no food, no water, and finding the essence within to nourish you. So this is a practice that comes from our people.
Beautiful. What other events are you planning for this year?
Well, now in February, we do this book launch all over the country. We've been all over the country, and we still have a few cities like Constanța and so on. And at the end of February, And on Valentine's Day, the middle and the end of February, we have 2 retreats about Tantra and relationships.
Wow.
So upgrade your relationship and intimacy. That's how it's called. It's in one of the most powerful sacred sites in Romania, in the Bucegi Mountains. But we also have, beautiful lodging and a nice restaurant with organic food and, heated spaces to do our workshops in, and a beautiful temple that depicts, all the ships and the light friends that we have there. So it's an amazing retreat that bridges the energy work and the sacred sites and the steep mountains with the comfort of a luxurious, accommodation.
Wow.
And
That sounds like
we
a
learn
dream.
about the energy work and then harmonizing our relationships.
Beautiful. And you were mentioning that in August will be a very special pranic festival.
Every year here we do the Pranic Festival in Romania. Now we call it the Pranic Consciousness Festival because we bring very highly conscious people that are also in the habit of not needing physical food. So either very prolonged juice diet, not eating solid food and functioning only on liquids, which is really possible. And in this book, there's actually reference to this since 94, so they knew it. We bring these people who have been on either liquids or just energy for 10 years, 30 years, 40 years, not needing food. We bring them to tell us about their practices, their healing methods, their coaching methods, their lifestyle. And I'm one of the speakers too. And we have this magical event like a retreat, with several facilitators that are offering groundbreaking work in the holistic therapy domain.
That sounds incredible. I can't wait to be there. So see, this month we are having a very special Tao Tantric festival. It's a bit cold, but of course it's worth seeing the mountains in Romania in the winter. And of course in August will be the Pranic Festival, which for sure is something that you should not miss. If you ever wanted to visit Romania, this will be the best chance to see the most powerful places and connect with those people that can live only with air, converting it into prana. Thank you so much
Energy.
for sharing your beautiful life with us. And who resonates with Eltrayan, please reach out. She will be included in the post. And wishing you all the love and light. Keep blessed.
Thank you so much, Victor, for having me. It's such a blessing.
If you have a superpower and you want to help this planet heal, write me a DM and I will have you in the next episode. All the love and light to you.